I could not afford to lose 2 more years of my life or even longer, right? Because the thing with health and fitness is that the older you get, the harder it gets.
Have you ever wondered what successful people have that you don't? What are they doing that you might not be doing? How are they so fit, toned, and healthy while you're not? You ever wondered what you might be missing? Hi, my name is Mo Gaius. Essentially, I'm a kid who's obsessed with winning and sharing the lessons with you because growing up, I wish I had someone like me to help me out. On the Healthy Systems podcast, you will learn one main idea, system from each episode that you can use in your life, whether that is financial, relationships, fitness, and wellness. So if you're a millennial, you're hyper ambitious, this podcast is for you because the more systematic your life is, the more you can win and not waste time. So join me on your journey to building a life of healthy systems for yourself.
Welcome to Healthy Systems Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Moe, and today's podcast is about the fact that even the free things have a cost. Okay? Too often we go through life wanting things to be free monetarily. So, what I want to highlight in this podcast comes down to two things. Everything costs something, okay? And generally is these two types of cost. So either you pay with money or you pay with time. So there's the time cost and there's the money cost, okay? Too often we look at everything in our life as money cost. So if it's free, money cost, we think, oh, it's free, right? Let me just go ahead with it because the free is the better option. And oftentimes that's just a wrong way of looking at it because with things that are free, there's often a very high time cost. Okay. So if you had to look at two costs, time cost or money cost, oftentimes I notice a lot of people, me being an immigrant, I notice immigrants do this a lot, right? They want things to be free, money cost, but what they don't realize, and they often forget that this is going to have a very high time cost. Okay. So I'll start with some health examples. So when I was trying to lose 25 pounds after college, and I was not in a very good shape, and I just didn't like the way I looked or felt, I wasted years of my life chasing free workouts, free meal plans, taking screenshots of Instagram influencer workouts, just doing, also taking pictures of recipes that food vloggers on Instagram would post. And years of my life were wasted, right? And I would try to justify it by saying, oh, yeah, it's free, right? Because the money cost was free. And I could find, I would try to find anything I could find for free and try to use it. But 99% of the time, I took no action on any of it. They just stayed in my downloads folder or in my screenshot folder, right? Nothing ever came out of it until I realized that, man, even after doing this free, all of this for so long, I'm still fat. I'm still overweight with little to no progress to show for it. Okay. And that's when I realized I've been following the wrong system. I've been following the part where this thing cost me no money, but it's been costing me a lot of time and leaving me with no results. So at the end of the day, what I decided to do at that time was I hired and paid for my first one-on-one online fitness coach, right? I knew this guy. I looked up to him. He had the body and the results that I wanted. So I, messaged him, asked him a couple of questions, and his program cost a couple $100 a month. And at that time, it was a little tight, but I knew that's what I needed to do because I could not afford to lose 2 more years of my life or even longer, right? Because the thing with health and fitness is that the older you get, the harder it gets. And that is a fact. Okay. As an online fitness coach or, in-person fitness coach and nutrition coach for the last 7 years, I can tell you that whenever we get a younger client, in the back of my mind, I feel better. I'm like, yes, we can, they don't have as many bad habits to undo, but also their body is still young. Their heart, their lungs, the damage hasn't been done. Their bones are still healthy, right? We can create a really nice transformation within the next 6 months with that person. Versus when you're already in your 50s and you lived your life a certain way and you just have never actually, it just gets harder, man, right? Versus a 20-year-old, we can turn them around very quickly. So in those moments for me, it clicked that I've been wanting free things, but those free things costed me 2 years of my life, left me frustrated and super defeated. So yeah, money wise, they were free, but you know what they cost me was time and energy and got me no results. And I could have just paid a few $100s. And I remember when I first hired that coach, he gave me the plan. And the next day I went to the gym and everything just felt different. I knew this time I was going to stick with it. I knew this time I had a really good plan. I also had a really good coach who was checking up on me every week. I could ask him questions. He was my accountability partner, right? Like all of it. This time was just different because I was actually committed. And you vote with your dollars. So whenever you commit, it's like, I'm in, bro. Right. So if you get anything out of this podcast, it's the main idea that everything has a cost. It's either the time cost or the money cost. And a lot of the time we go through life just trying to get free money cost. But what we don't realize is that this thing might have a very high time cost. Okay. And that's not the smartest way to do it. You don't time you can never get back. Money you can. So at the end of the day, you have to remember that hey, just because I want something, something is free, but it's going to cost me a lot of time. Time is a resource that I cannot get back. Like remember that is way more important. And this will also help you with another topic we've talked about on previous podcasts, which is learning to say no. So there are times when you might be offered free things and you have to say no because you understand the time cost, right? Summer is about 3 months away. So if you want to look your very best this summer, because chances are you've tried in the past and you're like, I'm going to get myself in shape. I'm going to keep myself accountable. I'm going to get this workout program. And then you just stick with it for a couple of days and then it goes away. And that's not your fault. That's actually just lack of support. So at Training with the Titans, who is actually sponsoring this podcast, Training with the Titans, this is what we do. We're health and fitness coaches. We're also nutrition coaches. And currently we're taking on 5 clients. So if you're listening to this episode, all you got to do, if you're interested in learning more, all you got to do is just DM me, direct message me the word healthy systems summer 2024. Just four words, healthy systems. So I know you're coming from the podcast, and then summer 2024. So then I can give you the proper information. We can perhaps get on a call and get to know you better, get to know your goals better. But if you're in that phase and you actually want this summer to be the summer where you look your best, you feel your best, then just take advantage of this opportunity, and just DM me the word healthy systems summer 2024. And you can DM me on Facebook and Instagram. My handles are the same. It's just Mo Gaius, Ghias. And then I'll take care of you. And a lot of the time, I think we have a tough time saying no because it's free, man. Like we've always been taught that free anything is like the most valuable thing there is, right? People never turn down free samples at Costco. People never turn down free things anywhere they go. And that's because it's free. But man, it's a donut full of sugar at 7 a.m. that someone is offering you. And you have to say no because it's going to cost you your attention and your energy at work all day, especially if you're working in your office and your work involves creative energy where you're actually you have to pay attention, you have to focus, and you have to get very difficult tasks done. If you eat a donut at 7 a.m., even though the donut is free, it's going to cost you the attention and the energy and the productivity of that entire day. I've made that mistake, certainly. And I remember I paid the cost for it and it wasn't good. Actually, it happened this week. I'll give you guys a really good example. On Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, I was one of the guys that works for me. He trains at a really nice gym. So we decided to meet up early in the morning. And then we went to that gym and we had a really good workout. Really good workout. But that gym was about 45 to 50 minutes away from my house, and I did not pre-plan at all. So I had this gift card to this coffee shop in the area. So my plan was, okay, I'll just go to that coffee shop and get some coffee and then work on my laptop from that coffee shop. And I was supposed to meet up with somebody else, another business owner there. What happened was after that workout, that business owner, she had something come up, her kid was sick. So that plan got canceled. But I was like, you know what? I'll still go to that coffee shop and just work from there. So I go to that coffee shop. So now remember, after an hour and a half of working out, it's in the morning, my stomach is empty. I'm hungry, right? But I did not plan at all. So I go into that coffee shop and they just had a lot of like morning croissants and the cakes and this and that. And I had a gift card to that coffee shop. It was free for me, right? It was a gift card, it was a gift. So I ended up just swiping the card and I got, I think, what was it, peanut butter cookie. It looked good. I was like, yeah, this can't be that bad. But I remember feeling like shit afterwards. Like it costed me my attention for another like 2 to 3 hours. I was like, I wanted to go back to bed. I was just sleepy. Like coffee wasn't outdoing the effect that that cookie had on me. And what I should have done in an ideal scenario is I should have I should have planned ahead, right? Because if I had a protein shake on me, something in my backpack, because I knew that after the workout, I was going to be hungry. After the workout, I needed some nutrition in me, right? And that was the lesson I extracted from it. And there's another story behind this. So I was talking to one of my friends that same morning. I was like, man, I had this coffee, I had this cookie because I was just hungry. And that friend looks at me and she goes, well, Mo, like it's okay, man. Like you eat healthy all the time. Like one off is not a bad thing. And I was like, no. I was like, like to be honest with you, that comment I don't like because it does not improve me at all. And she goes, how so? I was like, one day turns into 2 days and then 2 days turn into a week. But what I should have done is I should have planned ahead. I should, because a simple habit change would have been that Mo packed a protein shake, I packed a protein bar with me, and I would have been prepared, or even a Greek yogurt. Leave that in my car. The weather is still not that hot. Like it wouldn't have been destroyed. And the point being in all of this is everything has a cost. That cookie had a cost. Even though it was free for me, there was a cost. And in moments like that, you have to remember what cost you're paying. So just to summarize all of it, pick your cost. You don't get to not pay the cost, right? So at times, if you're chasing free money cost, you're going to pay a lot of time cost. Okay. So pick the cost. So the hundreds and thousands of people that have hired us for coaching or hire other coaches and mentors, and this is because they're trying to save the time cost. They're not worried about the money cost because they know they can make the money back. Time they cannot, right? Too often I see people year after year, they're frustrated with their health and lack of results and they feel defeated, but they continue to overvalue the money cost and they don't care at all about the time cost. Okay. It's like, man, you've wasted 6 years of your life. I still remember some of the people that, would reach out to us 6 years ago for health and fitness coaching. They did not join us, right? Because to them, a few $100s a month was not worth it. And now they're still out of shape and they're still unhealthy and they complain about it. I'm like, it was a decision you made and you continue to make that decision. So at the end of the day, you have to realize what cost you're paying, even subconsciously. Are you paying the money cost or the time cost? So yeah, and remember, I'll leave you with this. Money is the easy one to pay. Money is the easy one to pay because it is replaceable. You can make more money. Time, you cannot. There's no way to create more time. There's no way to make up for the lost 2 years of your life. So hopefully this podcast gives you another perspective and another healthy system that everything has a cost, whether it's financial or monetarily, money-wise, or it is time cost. So remember that next time you're about to make a decision, and not all free money cost things are valuable. See you on the next one.
Thank you for listening to the Healthy Systems podcast. I really appreciate you for tuning in today. Now, here are 2 ways I can help you for free. One, you can join our free Facebook community by just going to this link, bit.ly/Titan Facebook group. Just type that into your browser and then answer 2 questions, and then we'll let you into our Facebook community where you'll meet other people, as well as we have a lot of free resources in terms of meal plans, workouts, all kinds of stuff in there. Second way I can help you for free is if you follow me on Instagram at Moe Gaius, MOE, G as in George, H as in horse, I as in India, A as in apple, S as in Sam. Follow me there and then shoot me a message with the word Healthy Systems, and then I'll be sure to send you a free gift. Other than that, keep listening in, and I really appreciate you.